Hi, everybody, and welcome to Baphomet's Lounge. Came across this name when my buddies Rocco's Tacos and Sex Martin actually had it as a website. It was sort of a fan site for the heavy metal community, and they kind of let it languish, and I just loved the name. I thought it was hilarious, and having been a sufferer of the satanic panic of the 90s, which was a god-awful time, and I decided to, I just loved it. I said, I'm going to take it over. I want it to be my record label. And they said, they gave me the blessing. And then on June 6, 2006, I released my fourth album, No Talent Necessary, No Travel Required, on my record label and Baphomet's Lounge. So it was established 06/06/06. Yes. And for those of you that think that I worship the devil, well, you go ahead and believe what you want to believe. I personally am a born-again agnostic. So, this is also a TV show that I decided because I was doing the coronavirus isolation diaries, and people really dug it as I talked about various things, and music included. So I decided to sort of bundle it into the whole Baphomet's, or Baphomet, if you wish, Baphomet's Lounge umbrella. So this will be the inaugural episode, I guess. And today I'd like to talk about two things. Something that my buddy, the Space Monkey, turned me on to, or Dr. Space, because he does have a PhD. He turned me on to logical fallacies, and I actually turned my drummer, Poultry, onto this, and he loved this. And Dr. Space sent me a poster, and Poultry went out and bought a copy of the poster, and he bought a bunch of these cards, these logical fallacy cards. And I think it's very important in this day and age, as I toast the end of Corona, hopefully soon, but you never know. In this day and age, with all of this stuff happening, whether it be on the press, whether it be by politicians, whether it be these friends on Facebook and Instagram posting these memes and whatnot, might be important for you to understand these logical fallacies. So today's logical fallacy is the straw man. And the straw man argument goes as follows. It's misrepresenting someone's argument to make it easier to attack. And the example they give here is, after Bob said that we should be nice to kittens, Will says, Bob wants to be mean to puppies. And everyone boos Bob, who's clearly a mean jerk for wanting to hurt poor, cute puppies. Well, that's a load of horse shit, right? He said, be nice to kittens. He didn't say shit about puppies. And actually, if we go to Dr. Space's poster here, they give a very good example that you would probably notice. In this one, they say, all right. So in this explanation here, they say, by exaggerating, misrepresenting, or completely fabricating someone's argument, it's much easier to present your own position as being reasonable, but this kind of dishonesty serves to undermine rational debate. And the example they give here is, after Will said that we should put more money into health and education, Warren responded by saying he was surprised that Will hates our country so much that he wants to leave it defenseless by cutting military spending. Again, he said, I want to put money into health and education, or be nice to kittens, and it spun around saying, oh, you want to cut military spending. Oh, you want to be evil to puppies. So, might be a good thing to understand now the straw man argument. And as you see these fallacies out there, I would highly recommend that you just put hashtag straw man in there. Just let people know, and everyone knowing that, hey, I'm onto you. I'm onto this argument. I know what this is all about, buddy. I'll give you a bonus thought today, and this is a debating technique called the Gish Gallop. And it's a technique used during debating that focuses on overwhelming an opponent with as many arguments as possible without regard for accuracy or strength of the argument. The term was coined by Eugene Scott and named after creationist Duane Gish, who used the technique frequently against proponents of evolution. And further, the discussion says, during a Gish Gallop, the debater confronts an opponent with rapid series of many spacious arguments, half-truths, and misrepresentations in a short space of time, which makes it impossible for the opponent to refute all of them within the format of a formal debate. Okay, the Gish Gallop, and I have a buddy who loves doing this to me. And if I were to be like, blow the whistle, all right, back down. Let's take this first argument you made, and yeah, that's wrong. Let's take the second argument you made. It's a half-truth. Maybe you're using a straw man argument, see? Or something like that. Let's take this third argument. That's a pretty strong argument. We can talk about this one. Let's take this fourth argument. Nah, that's off. But you see what I'm saying? He just, or she, they just hammer you with these to try to wear you down so that so that they can get their point across and hopefully convince you. And in practice, each point raised by the Gish Galloper takes considerably more time to refute or fact check than it did to state in the first place. So, he's just, like drinking from a fire hydrant. And you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to go through all this stuff. Maybe, 50% of it could be bullshit. This technique wastes an opportunity's time and may cast doubt on the opponent's debating ability for an audience unfamiliar with the technique, especially if no independent fact-checking is involved or if the audience has limited knowledge of the topics. So again, the intent is just to bam, hit somebody over the head with all this stuff in the hopes of convincing them of your argument. So there you have it, the straw man argument and a debating technique called the Gish Gallop. So feel free to, as you are navigating this morass that we have out there, and you know what, it's been going on since day one. So don't let everyone say that, oh, this is just a new thing. Listen, go back in history. Go back, look at the, the evil media. Listen, the Spanish-American War. All right. I can't think of his name right off the top of my head. That's what William Randolph Hearst. He said, you give me the pictures, I'll give you the war. Yellow journalism. This has been going on for years. Okay. So the delivery mechanism is better with YouTube and Facebook and all that other stuff, but it's still there. It's been there, and it's not going anywhere until you understand this, educate yourself, and know how to identify these logical fallacies and these debating techniques. Okay, so everybody, to the end of Corona, which as we can see is not ending like we hoped it would. So please, just look, man, it's a fucking mask. All right, it's not that big of a deal. And, everyone's freaked out about this stuff. Hashtag first world problems, okay? My father escaped from communist Bulgaria in a rubber raft through submarine-infested waters into Turkey, and then, crossed, was in prison in Beirut, Lebanon during the 6-Day War. And, there's people that have survived concentration camps and stuff like that. It's a fucking mask. Help for the greater good of mankind. Put an end to this so we can get back to work and back to living our lives. So, outside of that, stay tuned. We'll have another episode soon. Maybe I'll do about some music, as is my wont, or another logical fallacy for you to diagnose. Outside of that, man, peace, everybody.